Paul was the one that said, you have not so learned Christ. Christ is a syllabus. But we live in a generation where people don't know Christ, but they know their geos. They know the grace of commissions and the grace of graces, but they don't know the one in whom was the fullness of grace and truth. They don't know him. The average Christian has never sat down and studied, how did Jesus think? How did Jesus live? What are the things that Jesus prioritized? If I ask you that has been born again for 4 years, what were the teachings of Jesus? You don't know. What did Jesus teach? What was the driving force of Jesus' ministry? If I ask you, you don't know. But you've been in church. He said, take my yoke and learn. So when you come, your coming means that the opportunity to become another man has started. Your journey to transformation has begun. But the success of transformation will be dependent on what? The yoke. If you find a Christian that has genuinely transformed and looks like Jesus, I will show you a Christian that is a yoke fellow. He's yoked with Christ. So you learn him. He says, for I am gentle and lowly in heart. He now says, and you will now find what? Rest for yourself. So he says, come unto me all you that labor and you will find rest. So that's the first rest. What is that first rest? That is the first rest. That means that Satan no longer has legal right over your life. The puppet master is no longer the devil. You are submitting yourself to Jesus to say, be my king. But he now says that is not enough. There is rest for your soul. You are not here. The rest for your soul is now dependent on whether you are yoked. There are many that have come to Jesus, their soul has not found rest. Pleasure, the love of this world has made your soul a football field, very noisy. All kinds of things happen in your soul. That's why you are easily depressed. Your soul has not found rest. And you see, that rest, you can't buy it in the market. It comes through a yoke. When you become yoked with Jesus, my brother, the way you look at life will change because you'll be looking at it through the lenses of the master. So what men call failure, you can call it success. What men say is wasting, you can say that it is sacrifice. Men can say you are useless and your mates are this and that. You will not remind them that I'm not their mate. Me, I'm a yoke fellow. The minute you become yoked, your age in the spirit changes. You are no longer measured in time. You are now measured in eternity. Yoked fellows. One of the biggest problems of the church today is that men without yokes have become pastors. Men without yokes are in the music ministry. Women without yokes are prophets. They've never learned of Jesus. They don't know what it means to be humble, gentle, and lowly in heart. They look like they are part of the kingdom, but they are part of what I call the Christian industry. There's a Christian industry and a religious system. It's Babylon. It's about money making. It's about influence. It's about becoming a thief and preaching a warped prosperity gospel that ends up generating all kinds of greed within the souls of men. I sense in my spirit that tonight we need to ask ourselves, has your soul found rest? That anxiety in your soul, that anxiousness, that your soul that has become so noisy and yet you say you know Jesus, is it not a sign that you are not yoked? It's not a sign that you are a rolling stone. You are an independent fellow, running your life by yourself, without government, without rules, without control. So God must break the man before he can use him. He will deal with your anger, deal with your pride, deal with your lust for money. One day I was praying, and the Lord was saying to me that sometimes when he doesn't answer the prayer of men for financial breakthrough, it's not wickedness, it's mercy. Because if he gives them money the way they are, he will lose them forever. They've not conquered the lust for gold. And it's obvious, in the realm of the spirit, you can't deceive spirits. Men can be moved by your outward. Even Samuel, a great prophet, was deceived by the appearance of Eliab. A great prophet who had sight and hearing in the spirit. Who was described as one whom his words did not fall to the ground. He was a ranking prophet. Saul stumbled into Samuel's environment and he started prophesying all night, naked. That's the kind of environment that surrounded Samuel. But he saw Eliab. He saw Eliab's stature. Saw his handsome face. Some people, when you look at them, it's as if they were drawn. The chin is in the right place. The nose is not too pointed. It's not too flat. Oh my God. It's as if they were drawn. Samuel looked at Eliab and said, see man now. Man, they fine like this. And he said, surely the Lord's anointed is before. Not Samuel's anointed. The Lord. Who gave Samuel the authority? You are not here. To choose for the Lord is to tell you the level of confidence he had in his ability to discern. But God whispered from heaven and said, no.